Tetris DS was a game made with the sole intention of ruining my life. As I've mentioned in the past, I have this crazy soft spot for puzzle titles, and I grew up sitting a foot away from a TV playing through the original Tetris until my thumbs hurt. I'm sure a good deal of you out there can relate. If you haven't played Tetris before, where have you been? I don't know any way that you can get away from Tetris. Even if you aren't a Nintendo fan, there are hundreds of Flash variations of Tetris online, not to mention the ability to play it on basically any mobile device. This game is about organization and forward thinking. Blocks drop into a game board and slowly make their way downward until they touch another block or the bottom of the board, and then they stop. It's a game hoarders could never win, and one organized freaks like myself cannot put down. I mean, the blocks never stop coming. Where is Russia getting all of these blocks? Anyway, you create one full line of blocks horizontally, and that clears the blocks from the screen. Where they go, I really am not sure. Probably back to Russia so they can continue making blocks. When you clear 4 lines at once, that's considered a Tetris and warrants a pretty great sound effect. Tetris has always been a great game for both casual and hardcore gamers. There's something spectacularly simple and soothing about organizing a bunch of falling blocks, and Tetris DS is a great update to the series while still bringing something new to the table. I appreciate a game that allows me to enjoy what originally made it so dear to my heart while giving the franchise something to grow on. With a few new modes, you have a lot of options for playing, but I always return to the original. If you're feeling like getting away from a vanilla playthrough, you can tackle mission mode, push mode, touch mode, catch mode, or puzzle mode. Mission is pretty self-explanatory, push is the multiplayer, and touch utilizes the DS's touchscreen. In catch, you'll acquire falling Tetris pieces until they're of an appropriate size, and then they will explode, killing Metroids. And in puzzle mode, you're only able to choose a certain amount of pieces to completely clear the screen. In the actual Tetris part of Tetris DS, you can play through Endless Mode, which actually features musical variety between levels, a welcome change over past titles. After a certain amount of levels, the background music and themes will change. These themes feature music and graphics from some old classics like Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Bros., Metroid, and the original Tetris, to name a few. So for every 10 lines you clear, you will pass a level. I played this game until I had maxed out the lines and levels to 999, then quit thinking I was done, only to find out you can max out the score also. I've managed to keep myself away from Tetris DS for quite some time, but coming back to it for this review has thrown me off the Tetris sobriety wagon, and now I'm in a bit of trouble. Looks like I know what I'll be doing for the next 30 hours. Once you get to a certain level, blocks stop actually moving down the screen and start teleporting to the topmost centerpiece. The goal then becomes to continually rotate that piece until you find a proper place for it. Tetris DS is a much heavier workout than its predecessors and can be monumentally more frustrating. It takes quite a bit of patience to stick with this game past level 350 because it becomes even more repetitive than the initial concept. I happen to like this, it's relaxing to me, but I can see where other gamers might get frustrated or bored. There really is a lot to this title, and all joking aside, it's incredibly addictive. I have a huge collection of puzzle titles for my DS. It's a great system for that kind of gameplay, and once I learn how to manage my addiction, I'll be able to keep Tetris DS in a regular rotation. If you think you can handle yourself better than I have and you really enjoy puzzle games but haven't gotten around to picking this one up, I recommend it highly. It has the correct amount of nostalgia and forward design while not forcing the use of the DS's touchpad for some novelty purpose. Solid game and something good to practice on before Tetris 3DS is released.